we win, I have to decide whether I'm coming back to school.
We have a problem.
Why are you doing this? Why are you trying to keep us away from Michael?
Give Willow her kids back.
Page Dr. Gannett and Dr. Jones.
General Hospital latest update. Drama escalates as Willow delivers heartbreaking news to Wiley about Michael's recovery, while Sonny seeks vengeance, and Dante fears Sonny's wrath. Carly breaks down in Jason's arms, struggling with Michael's condition. Meanwhile, Lulu's plea for money to find Charlotte raises suspicions. Tensions run high. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. After watching these videos, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. General Hospital. Willow's bad news for Wiley. Dante warns vengeful Sonny. Jason comforts Carly. General Hospital spoilers for Tuesday, January 14th, reveal that Lulu Spencer, Alexa Havens-Bruning, will insist she can find Charlotte Cassadine, Scarlett Fernandez, again, but she'll need Tracy Quartermain's, Jane Elliott, money to do it. That's why Lulu will deliver a plea and hope that Tracy will agree to fund another search effort. Meanwhile, Nina Reeves, Cynthia Watrose, will lash out at Drew Quartermain, Cameron Matheson, and argue that a certain position has been filled. Perhaps Nina will defend her role as Willow Corinthos, Caitlin McMullen, protector, and contend that her daughter doesn't need Drew playing hero anymore. Over with Willow, she'll sit Wiley Corinthos, Byron Weaver, down and give him a kid-appropriate explanation for Michael Corinthos, Chad Duell, hospital ordeal. Wiley will seek confirmation that Daddy's going to come home, but Willow may admit it's going to take some time for Michael to recover. However, Willow will vow to be there for Wiley and Amelia Corinthos, Sequoia and Serenity Mork-Mako, and will hopefully be able to keep that promise now that she's getting control of the kids again. Isaiah Gannon, so Andy Wilson, was able to counteract Michael's digitalis dose and keep him alive, but he's still got a long road to recovery ahead of him. Other General Hospital spoilers say Carly Spencer, Laura Wright, will cry in Jason Morgan's, Steve Burton arms and wonder how they're going to get through this. Jason will give Carly some comfort and offer an idea that could help. Next, Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard, will give Dante Falconeri, Dominic Zamprogna, updates on the explosion and his desire for revenge. Dante will insist that they can get justice for Michael without this turning into a war, but he'll remain concerned about Sonny's vengeful side and what he might do in retaliation. Other General Hospital spoilers say Lucky Spencer, Jonathan Jackson, will face Jocelyn Jack's Eden McCoy grilling session and will quickly wonder why she's asking about Cyrus Renault, Jeff Kober. Jocelyn may relay the news she heard from Felicia Scorpio, Christina Wagner, about Cyrus Bell and express suspicion about Cyrus being the one to take out Dex Heller, Evan Hofer. Lucky will offer up some new information in Tuesday's GH episode, so Jocelyn could become even more convinced that Cyrus is to blame for Dex's demise. Our predictions point to Jocelyn taking vengeance into her own hands. Today's next update: after saving Michael's life, Isaiah warns Portia that someone in the hospital is killing patients. Monday, January 13th, 2025, today on General Hospital, Carly has a warning for Willow, Tracy opens up to Stella about her fears, and Cody asks Brad for help placing a bet with his aunt. All products and services featured are independently chosen by editors. However, Soaps.com may receive a commission on orders placed through its retail links, and the retailer may receive certain auditable data for accounting purposes. Lulu stops by Laura's office, and her mother is relieved to see her. Lulu says that's how she felt when she held Charlotte in her arms, but then she lost her, and all because of Dante. She explains Charlotte trusted her to come to Prague alone, and when Dante showed up, Valentine thought it was an ambush, and everything went downhill from there. Laura says she's sorry things went poorly, but she thinks Dante did the right thing. Laura tells Lulu that she's been where she is. She tells Lulu that she woke up to a new life and a lot has changed that she doesn't know about. She says Valentine has become dangerous and unpredictable. Laura promises Lulu there will be another opportunity in the future to get Charlotte back, but she needs to ask for help, as so many people love her and want to help her. Lulu says she knows she owes Sam her life, and Dante told her she was being selfish and throwing Sam's sacrifice away with her actions. However, she thinks Sam would do the same thing she did. Laura says she's probably not wrong, as mothers will do anything for their children. Lulu rants that Charlotte is not living a stable life and she's staying with Valentine out of guilt because he has no one else. She knows Valentine took poor care of her even when they were in Port Charles and asks when her mother was going to tell her that Anna shot her daughter. Laura explains she didn't want to overwhelm her, it was a horrible accident, and Anna feels terrible about it. Laura tells her what happened, how Victor manipulated Charlotte, who was harassing Anna. Lulu sees the whole thing as a lesson that bad things can happen even when you have good intentions. Laura asks if something else happened in Prague. Lulu reveals Dante believes she led the shooter to Valentine, and he may be right. Laura says that means she needs to be more careful next time for both Charlotte and Rocco's sakes. Lulu says Dante has guilt her about Rocco enough. Laura assumes Dante could have approached it better, but Dante knows how headstrong she is, and she has to be careful in the future. Laura promises to help her find Charlotte again. At the Quartermain mansion, Cody assures Tracy that the estate is secure. She is happy. She notes Michael isn't her favorite person, but he is family. They will protect his children from Willow and her lawyers. Cody changes the topic to the $50,000 he got from Drew, and he's read about this upcoming cryptocurrency company. She warns him it's a Ponzi scheme, and if he invests in that company that all his money will be gone. She tells him to invest wisely and wait for his money to multiply. Cody explains there is an offer on Serenity, so he needs to make a counter right now. Tracy thinks the agent is bluffing him. She urges him not to act hasty, but if it doesn't happen he'll move on and find another opportunity. He tells her that's easy for her to say and walks out. At the Aurora Wellness Center, Trina leaves a message checking in with Joss about how she's holding up. Stella arrives and tells Trina she will love Ashanti. Trina asks who that is. Kai appears and says she is the best yoga teacher here. Trina is surprised to find out Stella and Kai know one another. Kai and Stella are sometimes in the same yoga class, and he realizes Trina is the niece she's always talking about. Trina explains to Stella that they are in the same art class. Trina heads into the class with her aunt, as Kai just finished the earlier one. Stella and Trina finish their class, and Stella takes off. Trina takes time to speak with Kai afterward. She enjoyed the class and admits it was a challenge. Cody shows up, spots Kai, and gushes about his latest performance on the field. Kai thanks him for the compliments. Cody says they have their work cut out in the upcoming bowl, and Kai agrees it will be a tough one, but he thinks they have the edge. Cody takes off, and Trina asks Kai if he's nervous about the game. Kai says all he can do is be prepared, keep out of his head and rely on his team members. However, once the game is over and they win, he has to decide when or if he will come back to school. Trina is surprised, and he explains he can either finish college and play for PCU or he could enter the draft in his junior year. However, he admits he's enjoying his courses, so she asks why he doesn't just wait and enter the draft after school. He can't help but think of a star player who injured himself in his senior year, and that was it for him. There is no guarantee of a future with the NFL. He asks what she thinks, assuming she feels he should stay in school. She tells him he has a good grasp of the situation and that he should do what is best for him. Back at the mansion, Stella drops by to visit with Tracy. Stella knows about Michael's accident and asks how the family is doing. Tracy explains that after Monica's fall last year, and between Willow's betrayal and now Michael's injury, Monica refuses to leave her room. Children's screams are heard from upstairs. Tracy vents that the house has been overtaken by children and, even worse, teenagers. She quickly apologizes for complaining about the children to Stella. Stella admits that going to the nursery and the fourth floor at the hospital after Irene's death has been challenging, especially given TJ and Molly separated. However, she did go to the nursery the other day and saw a baby that looked like she imagined Irene would have. Stella had to show her father how to hold her, and that child seemed to look into her soul at that moment. After she finished with her dad, she went to the stairwell and cried. However, it was a healing moment. Tracy admires her strength, but even the strongest person can break it, and she's seeing it happen right in this house. Tracy admits she's worried about Monica, and if they lose Michael, she may not survive. Tracy fills Stella in about the fights they have had over the years about this house and Alan gifting it to Monica, and how many times Monica's thrown her out. However, that spark in her is dimming, and she misses her favorite sparring partner. She doesn't know what the family will do if Monica can't keep them together. Stella says they'll have Tracy to do that. Tracy laughs that the family probably sees her as the thorn in their sides. The kids can be heard screaming again. Tracy rolls her eyes, but says she will keep the next generation safe at all costs. Stella notes she sounds like a matriarch. At the hospital, Willow insists that the doctors speak to her about Michael's medical care, not Sonny and Carly, as she is his wife. Carly and Sonny lash out at her for trying to keep them from Michael. Nina interjects that is not what Willow is doing, but Drew argues that Willow has the right to make decisions for Michael as she has the legal authority. Insults are hurled, and Portia says this is a family matter, but unfortunately, Willow has Michael's medical proxy. Sonny asks Willow what she wants. Drew tells Sonny and Carly to give Willow her kids back, and they'll have access to Michael. Sonny calls this blackmail. Portia interjects and says they need to have a family conversation, but in doing so, to do what is best for Michael. Isaiah and Portia leave, and the yelling continues. Nina suggests to Sonny they go and talk elsewhere, so they do. Carly tells Willow if the situation was reversed, Michael would never do this to her. Carly asks if she ever loved her son. The nurses find Michael is crashing in his room, and they page Isaiah and Lucas. Lucas and Brad run into one another in the hall. Brad has heard about Michael and tells Lucas how sorry he is. Brad asks how Michael is. Lucas tells Brad that he's in the burn unit, but a lot more is going on. Michael and Willow have separated, and Willow is at fault. Brad is stunned as they are the perfect couple. Lucas admits he's worried about Wiley in all of this. Eventually, Isaiah and Lucas arrive at Michael's room, having gotten their pages, and find Michael going into VFib. Nothing seems to work to help him, and Isaiah suspects digitalis. He suggests a medication that will counter it. Lucas asks what if he's wrong. Isaiah says Michael will die either way. They begin changing the 4 bags, and Isaiah and Lucas instruct the nurses to save them so the lab can analyze them. Elsewhere, Nina talks to Sonny on Wiley and Amelia's behalf, not about Willow and Drew. She says those kids don't know what is happening to their father, and someone will have to be there for them. They will need the only other parent they know, and that is their mother. She tells him not to waste time on this fight over medical proxies. She urges Sonny to give the kids to Willow so he and Carly can focus on Michael and so Michael can heal and be there for his children in the future. In another hallway, Willow tells Carly that she wouldn't have married Michael if she didn't love him. Drew informs Willow she doesn't have to tell Carly anything. Carly says she wants to talk to Willow alone, but Drew doesn't budge. Carly tells Willow she knows her, she knows she'll fight for her family, so don't go down this road with her. Willow tells Drew that maybe she should think about this more, but Drew says Carly is trying to manipulate her and don't let her. Carly can't believe she didn't see it earlier and tells Willow that Drew is the one pushing her to the point of no return. Carly says he's doing this so she has no one else to rely on but him. Sonny returns and announces that the children will go home with Willow so he and Carly can focus on their son. He also wants the kids to know what is going on with their father, and they must be kept abreast of Michael's care. Aghast, Carly says she has to put her trust in Willow now. She says Michael would always do right by her, so she needs to do right by him. Carly and Sonny walk off, but not before Nina thanks Sonny. Before Nina can even speak to Willow, her daughter gushes to Drew that she owes everything to him. He tells her they should go get her kids, walking away and leaving Nina stunned. Portia runs into Brad and is glad she caught him. He assumes she is going to complain about something he did. She says his ability to bend the rules will become very useful. She needs him to investigate past patient death records and note how many had digitalis in their system and how many were not prescribed the drug. She tells him there have been 2 deaths due to digitalis overdose, and she needs to know if there are more. He says he will help, and she asks him to report to her, as she doesn't want legal to find out about this. Cody shows up later and startles Brad. Brad asks what he wants. Cody needs Brad to contact his Aunt Selena, as he has a truckload of cash and needs to place a bet, which he calls a sure thing. He wants to bet on the upcoming PCU game and offers to cut Brad in when the lab tech asks what he gets out of this. They make a deal. Back in Michael's room, Lucas and Isaiah manage to stabilize him, and both suspect someone snuck in and gave Michael digitalis. They are sure it will turn up in the 4 bags when the lab screens them. Outside of Michael's room, Carly tells Sonny she can't believe he agreed to this deal with Willow and gave her back the kids. Sonny says it's only temporary. Lucas exits and gives them an update on Michael. He explains they almost lost him, but he's stable now. Isaiah finds Portia and fills her in on Michael going into VFib. He suspected it was due to digitalis, administered a counter drug, and it worked. Portia states they need to check the security footage from the hallway right away. Isaiah says they are already on it, but it's time to face the fact that there is someone in this hospital killing patients. On the next General Hospital, Lulu asks Tracy for some money to go rescue Charlotte. Nina informs Drew that position has been filled. Wiley asks Willow if his daddy is going to come home. Lucky wonders why Joss is asking about Cyrus. Dante tells Sonny that they can get justice for Michael without it turning into a war. Carly cries on Jason's shoulder, wondering how they will get through this. Thanks for watching this videos. Please hit the subscribe button for more updated news.